Good afternoon, beautiful people on the East Coast and the West Coast. How's it going? I am Dr. Shanae of SP Consulting Group. I am your organizational development psychologist, as well as your psychotherapist and all things work life balance, expert over here trying to help you guys keep it together. We are going into the holidays as we like to again give you as much information as possible. So I wanted to share a few things with you guys. It is Monday. So I'm going to do a little motivational Monday quick chat just to give you guys some quick tips. It is around 1:30 on November 15th, Monday, November 15th, 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it should be about 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So everybody gets motivated by different things, right? And I know that you know this, even depending on what it is exactly, whether it's something small, like motivated to get up on a Monday morning after, maybe a busy weekend of running errands and church on Sunday and, all of the things that has us busy on the weekend of things that we can't get done during the week. So with understanding that motivation is something that is a big piece of work life and how you can make the difference between success or failure based off of that motivation. So there are multiple things that you can do to enhance your motivation. And just so you guys know, I'm actually working on an ebook called Motivation Mojo. And so I just wanted to let you guys know a few things that may be able to help you. Number one, um, all right, something happened there. I was like, what's happening? But anyway, okay, so understanding what motivates you in different situations, right? So let's just go down the list before we have any other technical difficulties. But get your notebook, get your pens, get your tea, just to really absorb this. I'm going to go through it pretty quickly because when we talk about motivation, we are talking about effective ways to stay motivated because we know that motivation actually helps you be more productive at work, be more productive in your business. And so I know in that space of me working on the ebook is going to be called Motivation Mojo, and it's going to be available to you guys. Just let me know. You can get on my website and go into consultation, or let me know that you want a copy of it as well. You can do it in direct messaging. So either way, into today's competitive work environment, business space, entrepreneurial space, we find that a lot of times people lose their motivation. And it's not just from a weekend to Mondays. But what happens when you can't find your motivation? Or you can't stay motivated long enough to finish a project, right? Or keep up with your daily tasks. So some of the things that I just wanted to share, it's pretty much 19 little simple tips that I came across as I was doing some research. And I thought that they really applied even to my life, which is a lot of how I build out my programs, looking at someone that is a real person going through real life, dealing with things and needing to stay motivated. So, really quickly, you want to understand your why. Sometimes it's not so much about what or how, the how that matters, but your why. And that's why a lot of times, a lot of coaches, a lot of consultants really try to get to understand the purpose behind what it is that you're doing. Being very clear is important on your, when you're identifying your why. The next thing is defining your goals. A lot of times I try to remind people that there is that tool out there, SMART goals, something being specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and realistic, as well as time bound, right? So making sure that you ultimately have defined goals so that you can put your ideas into action. And it's a vital step when it comes down to planning, because if your goals are too general and aren't specific, then it's going to be difficult for you to truly execute when something comes up, right? Create a clear vision. If you want to be successful, you must create a clear vision that is actually going to compel you to move forward. It doesn't, you know, really speak to your heart if you don't have the vision there. And that's what you want, so that it's always something that is going to cultivate the highest and biggest vision for you, so that you can then wrap that into your day-to-day tasks, targets, and whatnot, right? So the next thing is also to produce a plan. Like, once you have, your goals set and the vision is clear, make sure you set up a plan. Once you have that goal in place, the plan is what will bring your vision to life, breaking them down into steps, right? Um, Look for the bigger picture. When you have, this need to stay motivated, it ends up being the bigger picture, and how this relates to you. How does this bigger picture contribute to something that's important for you? How can it make a difference, right? Keep it positive. Positive thoughts lead to positive actions. Like, when you go into, that's where there's affirmations out there that people push for people to have. It's important for you to make sure that your positive mindset helps you make the choices that ultimately lead to you accomplishing your goals. And there is a lot of information on manifestation and what the whole point is of having vision boards and affirmations that you say daily, whether it's when you get up, throughout the day, or when you're going to bed. Another thing is approach tasks in new ways. Sometimes it can get started. Um, it starts with a problem, right? Like, something that needs to be resolved. But a different approach might be to give you a new perspective and to give you more energy, more of a robust understanding of how you're going to really meet a need when it comes down to your big why, right? And then there is breaking goals into manageable tasks. Like, one important key to your success is ensuring that you are able to break things down so that the goals actually get achieved and they're done into smaller, shorter terms, like whether it's 3 goals, 3 months, or 3 goals, 3 weeks. Break it down so that it's very, like, attainable. Like, it has to be very attainable. So break those things down into more manageable tasks or targets that you're going to do for the day. Another thing you want to do is get organized. Make sure that, whether it's your workspace at home, whether it's you do go into the office again, make sure that the workplace is uncluttered. Like, when it comes down to motivation and being in a space where you can really stay productive, a lot of times you get distracted by all the clutter. So you want to realize how staying organized actually helps with that. Also, tackle procrastination. Get ahead of that. Don't make excuses or waste time rationalizing why something hasn't started yet. Another excuse. you know Try to uncover what really is behind the reason for you delaying something. And if it's something like imposter syndrome, if it's something like, oh, I can't get my thoughts clear, just begin to write things down and seize the power of deadlines. Like, I'm really big on setting a good deadline and really pushing myself to accomplish something, even if it's my own set deadline, right? So setting a time limit for the activity. Sometimes you can do it in 25-minute increments and then take a break, clear your mind and then come back to it. But ultimately assemble it so that you have your resources also there. So as you are building up to the deadline, make sure you have your resources, make sure you have all the materials, any research that you may need to have to say conduct a report, that you have that, because the best way to begin something is just to get started. Do not let procrastination or those not having deadlines get in the way of you not accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. Also, take it down a notch on multitasking. I know that, look, I used to call myself a master multitasker, but that ended up leading me to a lot of burnout. And so what you want to do is divide your attention. Like, you can do multiple things, but do it one task at a time. Rate yourself. What is the biggest thing that I need to do today? What do I need to do to feel productive in this day? And then what are the 2 or 3 other things that I'm going to get done for this particular day? Try not to multitask as much, because then you're not being as productive. And it can be easy for you to lose motivation when you have a series of incomplete tasks, right? So bring it down a notch. If you can, completely stop with the multitasking. Instead, divide up your attention so that you can really focus in fully on that particular task that you're attending to. Okay. So when you do that, you do reach a place of more check boxes. Okay. Things get done more quickly. Starve your distraction. So do what you need to do to stop being distracted by people, tasks, electronics. I know for a fact that a lot of times I have to just turn the volume off on my phone. And yes, I have to make a point to remember it, but then in the moment of completing the task, then I am able to really focus in and really get excited about the fact that I'm getting this done. It's getting done, right? Stay in the zone. Choose success. Keep it fun. Harness the power of optimism. Like we were saying, keep it positive. Make sure that you believe that you can accomplish what it is that you're working on, and then reward yourself. I always tell my clients that even, like, compare or match even what it is that you are doing, whether it's a small thing or something big, with the reward. And of course, if your reward is, oh, I like to spend and get me like little whatnots, that's fine. But even cap it out. Like, this is how much I'm going to spend on this one, and I'm not going to go above this amount for my rewards. But the brain does respond well to the reward system. So you want to get your body and your mind in line with accomplishing the task that you are completing. Okay. And the last thing that I want to share is visualize yourself succeeding. See yourself in the position in which you are aiming for. See yourself with the task done, what it would look like, what it would feel like. Oh, I'll finally be able to breathe. I'll finally be able to, switch up the research that I'm focusing on, whatever it is. But by creating a mental picture, it is proven that you end up seeing it, motivating yourself more, because you see that there's something that you're working towards. Again, it is bigger. It is bigger than you, but you want to see yourself completing these things so that it is, again, able to be used in other situations to motivate you. So really quick, like I said, 19 ways that you can stay motivated. Understand your why, define your goal, create a clear vision, make sure that you produce a good plan, look for the bigger picture, keep it positive, approach task in, a new way, and make sure that you are actually breaking the goals into more manageable tasks. Okay. Get organized, tackle procrastination head on, seize the power of deadlines, stay in a place where you are minimizing and or eliminating multitasking, and starving your distraction, right? Stay in the zone, choose success. Okay. By creating that mental picture. Okay. Keep it fun, harness the power of optimism, reward yourself, and visualize yourself accomplishing that task. So I hope this is helpful. And just remember that motivation starts from within you. No one on the outside can really motivate you the way that you can internally. So I hope this has been helpful. Keep it close to you and make it work for you. All right. You guys take care, and I will see you guys next Monday or sometime in between. But if you are not getting notifications of my live, make sure that you follow and you subscribe and share this with someone else who may be having some trouble with staying motivated and productive at work. Okay. So click like, click share, and make sure you click on that little bell so that you can continue to follow whenever I do go live. Okay. All right. See you guys later. Bye bye.